Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the channel. This is your future pro wrestling podcaster, Brennan Ingram here, back with another review. I thought I was going to do this review tonight, but I decided to do it this morning. Because I think it would have been better off doing it this morning. Because, let's be honest, I was sleepy last night. I was playing World of Tanks Valor last night, and I got sleepy, and I went ahead and cut the game off and went to bed. Simple as that. I got on a site, and then I got off and went to bed. Just a typical site that I love to get on. Can't tell you what it is. Secret. Anyways. So I'm going to be reviewing your June the 7th, 2020 NXT Takeover in your house. For those of you who might have misunderstood what all happened on the show last night. I am going to be, on this review, on this NXT Takeover in your house review, I am going to tell you what all happened on the show. We had matches including the 6-woman tag team match, the one-on-one match between Damian Priest and Finn Balor. We had a North American title match, the NXT Championship match, the Karrion Kross with Scarlett VS Ciampa matchup, and then we got the NXT Women's Championship matchup. So we got all that to go over, and I guess you could say much more here on my channel. So before we get started with the review, going over what all happened on NXT Takeover in your house, for some of you that did not get to watch it, be sure you hit that like and subscribe button and turn on all bell for notifications so you won't miss all of my Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, and NXT reviews that I do every week, that I'm going to be doing every week, that I always do every week. Let's be honest. And also, like my Facebook page that I still have created, that I'm still going to boost up. Every time I say I'm going to boost it up, I never do it. I've never done it. And I never going to get it. No, I'm just joking. But seriously, like my Facebook page. Follow me on Twitter so you can see, so you can realize that, oh, he does post all of his NXT Friday SmackDown Raw reviews on Twitter. My NXT Takeover in your house review is posted on Twitter right now. If you want to go to my Twitter account to click on it, it will take you to my YouTube video. You can actually click on the play. You can click on the triangle button, and it'll play the video. It'll play the video, so to speak. And also, most importantly, subscribe to my YouTube channel. So, folks, I don't know what the hell. First of all, I just want to say I don't know what the hell's going on with all the negativity on Twitter about JD from NY206 and about the NXT Takeover in your house show. But all that needs to fucking stop right now. First of all, number one, you may not like JD from NY206, but you have to respect what this guy has done on his podcast off the script for years and years. He's done his podcast for years. You have to respect what the guy has done. You may not like him, but you have to respect him. And you have to respect, number two, you have to respect what WWE has done to make this Takeover in your house show look great than what it has been the last 25 years. Again, you have to respect WWE and and you have to respect Triple H and WWE and what they've done to make this WWE NXT Takeover in your house look great. How great they had this pay-per-view looking. This was a fantastic show. This show was on fire. The show did not suck. The show was fantastic. Some people on Twitter said this show sucked. I can't believe it. I was in shock when I read all the comments on Twitter on WWE's post. They posted, Takeover in your house. They posted, all the highlights and stuff. They posted everything on Twitter. I've seen some people's comments, negative comments about NXT Takeover in Your House, and I was not happy with that. I felt disappointed, and I felt disappointed that some people comment negative stuff about the NXT Takeover in Your House. I don't know if you all saw that, but all the negative comments that were commented about Takeover in Your House, I was very disappointed. I got to a point where I couldn't look at them anymore. I just had to turn to another site, man. I couldn't look at it. And there were some positive comments about the NXT Takeover in Your House. Let's not talk about the negativity. Let's talk about the positivity about this whole show. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with this NXT Takeover in Your House review. So, ladies and gentlemen, the pre-show, Scott Stanford, Sam Roberts, and Pat McAfee are on the pre-show panel. They go over the matches on the card generally before moving into build-ups for the matches. Ciampa is shown walking to the arena early tonight. Last night, it was early. He showed up walking to the arena early last night. They moved on to recapping the card. Then they got a video package. We got a video package last night about Adam Cole's year as an NXT champion and his upcoming Backlot Brawl match with Velveteen Dream. I feel like brawling with Raw and SmackDown right now because their show's been sucking for 10 weeks, let's be honest. Anyways, NXT champion and his upcoming Backlot Brawl match with Velveteen Dream, followed by a mock table for 3 featuring just Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae, featuring Mia Yim and Keith Lee, building up to their upcoming NXT North American Championship match. Mia Yim and Keith Lee are shown arriving together backstage for Takeover. Johnny and Candice are also shown arriving, but Johnny stops and goes back to his car, telling Candice he will be just 1 minute, and he sends Candice ahead on her own. They once again run through all of the matches and then lead into the main show. So, main show was Code Orange perform their song underneath, the theme song for NXT Takeover in Your House. Then we got the first match to start off NXT Takeover in Your House. We got Shotzi Blackheart, Tegan Nox, and Mia Yim versus Candice LeRae, Raquel Gonzalez, and Dakota Kai in a 6-women tag team match. So let me tell you what all happened with this 6-women tag team match. So Yim and LeRae seem to start the match, but LeRae tags Raquel in. Gonzalez tosses Yim around the ring, but Yim fights back with chops and a Gallaton hold. Raquel reverses, but Yim escapes and tags in Tegan Nox. Nox runs the ropes, but Gonzalez takes Nox down with a shoulder tackle. Gonzalez tags in Dakota Kai and Nox. And Nox and Kai trade strikes, and Nox rolls up Kai for 2. Kai and Nox trade roll-up attempts, and Nox hits Kai with a headbutt. Then an uppercut and a rolling senton. Nox covers Kai for 2. Shotzi Blackheart comes in and hits a sling blade on Kai. Kai grounds Blackheart with a scorpion kick and covers her for 2. Kai tags in Candice, who goes for a senton but misses. Shotzi hits Candice with a kick, sending her out of the ring. Kai, LeRae, and Gonzalez regroup on the outside. Blackheart, Yim, Kai, and Nox all hit dives to the outside, which I thought was very, 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 very cool. LeRae and Blackheart get back in the ring, and Shotzi hits a double knees on Candice from the top rope. By the way, I did watch the NXT Takeover in Your House. I watched the highlights of it. It was really good. And Shotzi hits a double knees on Candice LeRae from the top rope, then covers Candice for 2. Shotzi locks in an underhook from Shirai, but Kai breaks up the hold. The referee tries to get Kai out of the ring, and Raquel Gonzalez uses the distraction to take Shotzi down with a lariat. Candice tags in Dakota Kai, and Kai pushes her boot into Shotzi's face. Kai brings Shotzi into her team's corner, and Raquel Gonzalez tags in. Raquel kicks at Shotzi and then tags Kai back in. Kai looks for a face wash on Blackheart, but Blackheart escapes. Candice LeRae tags in, and Shotzi tags in Mia Yim. Yim hits Candice with a series of kicks and a neckbreaker, following by a dragon suplex, bringing into a pinfall attempt for 2. Yim goes for solid food. I don't know what kind of move solid food is. But anyways, Candice LeRae hits a suplex on Yim, taking both women down. Gonzalez and Nox get the hot tags, and Nox hits Raquel with strikes into the midsection, an uppercut, and attempts a crossbody, but Raquel catches her and hits a powerbomb, covering her for 2. Then Yim comes in and tries to make a save, but Candice takes Yim out, and they brawl to the back. Raquel tags in Kai. Kai accidentally hits Raquel with a kick, and Shotzi Blackheart send Raquel to the outside. Nox hits the Chinese Wizard on Kai, pinning her for 2. Actually, pinning her for 3. Not 2. 3. So yeah, again, Nox hits the Chinese Wizard on Kai, pinning her for 3. Now, much respect to all 6 of the women that put on the greatest performance in that ring in the 6-women tag team match. Much respect to all the women on the NXT women's roster, on the NXT women's division. Much respect to all of them. They are doing a fantastic job building up their characters, building up themselves, and, making their in-ring abilities, working on their in-ring abilities, getting better with themselves. They're doing a fantastic job. NXT women's division has become way better than the Raw and SmackDown women's division. Let's be honest. So, great 6-woman tag team match to start off NXT Takeover in your house. This was a fantastic matchup to start off NXT Takeover in your house. So after Tegan Nox, Shotzi Blackheart, and Mia Yim's victory over Dakota Kai, Raquel Gonzalez, and Candice LeRae, William Regal narrates a commercial for Good Humor WWE ice cream sandwiches. Rhea Ripley is shown getting ready for her match backstage. So, last night we got a video package explaining the build-up for Finn Balor vs Damian Priest. Then we got the match that we all been waiting for. So, I'm going to actually go over. Hang on a second. Hang on. Let me put it up there. Hang on. Alright, here we go. We got Damian Priest. There we go. Now we need to find Finn Balor. Now, we need to go over. Let's go over what happened with the match between Finn Balor and Damian Priest. So, before the bell rings, Balor hits a running drop kick on Priest. Priest escapes the ring, and the bell rings. But Balor does not let up when Priest enters the ring, laying into him with chops and tackles. Priest escapes the ring again, and Balor gives chase. Priest whips Balor into the steel steps, shoulder first. Let me remind you all that after 25 years, JD from NY is correct when he said this. After 25 years, WWE did in fact bring back the In Your House concept for NXT TakeOver. Just a reminder. Just reminding you all that. Anyways, Priest whips Balor into the steel steps, shoulder first. Then Priest hits Finn with a snake eyes on the apron. Priest tosses aside the top part of the steel steps. Balor tried to hit a sling blade on Priest on these steps, but Priest catches him and hits a power slam on Balor onto the steps. So then Balor and Priest get back in the ring, and Priest tosses Balor around the ring, then shoves him into the corner. Balor runs at Priest, but Priest catches him and hits him with a leaping flatliner. Priest hits a leaping back elbow on Balor, then kicks away at him in the corner. Priest covers Balor for 2. Priest locks in a chin lock and shoulder lock on Balor. Balor fights to his feet, but Priest grinds Balor back to the ground. Finn gets to his feet and hits a jawbreaker on Priest, but Priest rings Finn's bell. Finn runs the ropes and takedowns. He hit takedown Balor. He basically took down Balor, then sent him into the corner. Finn hits a vertical suplex on Priest, then hits him with a dropkick, sending Priest out of the ring. Finn chases to the outside, then kicks away at Priest. On the outside, Finn gets back in the ring and looks to hit a dive onto Priest, but Priest enters the ring and hits a lariat, only for Priest to hit a broken arrow on Balor, then goes for the reckoning, but only for Finn Balor to hit a double foot stomp on Priest with both men collapsing. Balor and Priest trade kicks and strikes. Balor takes Priest down with a Pele kick, sort of like AJ's Pele kick, by the way, covering Priest for 2. Balor hits a few leaping forearm smashes on Priest. Balor rolls up Priest for 2, then sends Priest out of the ring. Priest leaps to the apron from the ground and kicks Balor, sending Balor to the outside. Priest hits Finn with a razor's edge onto the apron. Priest tosses Balor into the ring and covers him for 2. Priest runs at Balor and hits a series of splashes on Balor in the corner, but Balor avoids the third and hits Priest with a sling blade. Balor runs at Priest, but Priest hits Balor with a roundhouse kick and goes for the reckoning, but Balor reverses and hits Priest with a dropkick onto the corner. Priest catches Finn on the top rope and hits a chokeslam from the top rope. Priest lays an arm across Finn, covering him for 2. Priest gets to his feet first, and he stalks Finn. Finn Balor basically are on the apron trading blows. They're both on the apron trading blows. Finn and Priest both on the apron trading blows, is what I'm trying to say. Priest goes for another razor's edge into the steel steps. Balor hits a forearm smash on Priest, sending him crashing onto the steel steps back first. Priest gets back in the ring, and Balor hits 2 coup de grâces on Priest, covering him for the win. So Balor stares down at Priest, who sits in the corner and does his finger guns at Priest. Priest returns it with a bow and arrow pose at Balor. Io Shirai, one of my favorite NXT female talents, one of my favorite NXT female superstars, is shown backstage getting ready for her title match that night. Then we got a video package last night of the NXT North American Championship match, the same one from the pre-show. So, here is what happened with the North American Championship match between Johnny Gargano let me find Johnny Gargano first. Oh, here's what happened with the match between Johnny Gargano and Keith Lee for the North American Championship matchup. See where it says championship on the bottom of the screen? Championship. So here's what happened in the match between Johnny Gargano and Keith Lee for the North American Championship match. So, Johnny Gargano used the door on the stage for his entrance, then drops the keys in his trunk. So then Lee tosses Johnny around the ring. Johnny tries to leap into Lee, but Lee tosses him to the ground. Lee goes for a kick, but Johnny Gargano avoids it and goes for an enziguri. Lee goes to the outside, and Gargano tries to hit a dive on Lee. He tries to hit a dive on Lee, but Lee catches him. Lee goes for a spirit bomb, but Gargano rakes at Lee's eyes, and he drops Gargano. Well, Gargano rakes at Lee's eyes, and he drops Lee. Lee didn't drop Gargano. In fact, Gargano dropped Lee somehow. I don't know how Johnny Gargano was able to do that. For a man his size, I don't know how Johnny Gargano was able to do that. Gargano tries to kick Lee's hand into the steel steps again, but Lee avoids and takes down Lee like he did when he dropped Lee. Gargano runs up to the door that he came in, but can't open the door. Lee throws Gargano into the door and then hits him with a double hand chop to the chest. Lee tosses Gargano into the ring, and Gargano jumps on Lee, nailing him with strikes to the head. Gargano goes after Lee's injured hand, but Lee tosses him off. Lee punches Gargano in the face, but Lee seems to injure his hand just as much. Yeah, just as much. A lot. 100%. Gargano stands on Lee's hand, then chops at Lee's chest. Gargano mounts the corner and tries to go after Lee's eyes. Gargano takes down Lee with kicks to the face. Gargano rubs his forearm into Lee's face. Gargano again goes after Lee's injured hand using the steel section of the ring post to cause further damage. Gargano pins Lee for 1. Gargano again goes after Lee's eyes with his hands, pushing his thumbs into the eye socket on Lee. Lee fights to a sitting position, then to his knees. Gargano holds on and is completely off of his feet, but Gargano grounds Lee with an elbow to the back. Gargano hits a few stomps on Lee, then covers him for 2. Gargano again stomps on Lee's hand and fish hooks Lee's mouth. Gargano punches away at Lee and taunts the crowd. Gargano continues to strike away at Lee's eyes with open palm strikes. Lee punches Gargano in the midsection, but Lee injures his own hand. Lee grabs Gargano's hand. Yep, he grabs Gargano's hand. Yeah, he did. And picks him up. Lee strikes away at Gargano, and Gargano goes for a spear from the apron. Lee avoids and hits a backbreaker on Gargano. Lee goes for a spirit bomb on Gargano. But Gargano escapes through the legs and Lee takes Gargano down. Again, with a huge punch. Both men are dazed. But Gargano locks in an armbar on Lee's injured arm. Lee picks up Gargano, but Gargano uses Lee's injured fingers to make Lee drop him. Lee hits a lariat on Gargano, covering him for a 2. Lee stands over Gargano and goes for a spirit bomb. But Gargano hits a series of heel strikes to Lee's hand and rolls him up for 2. Gargano hits a series of headbutts and kicks to Lee and tries to maintain an upper hand. Gargano goes for a Gargano escape but cannot get it in. Gargano hits a super kick and Lee goes for a Big Bang catastrophe. Gargano rolls up Lee for 2. Lee hits a single arm spine buster on Gargano, but Gargano rolls out of the ring. Lee tosses Gargano into the ring, but Gargano kicks at Lee's injured hand, then hits a toe into a DDT on Keith Lee. Gargano tries to get Lee to his feet so that he can roll Lee back in the ring. But Lee is too heavy. Gargano enters the ring and breaks the referee's count. Gargano leaves the ring again, but Lee hunts him down and hits him with a pounce through the Pele glass in the crowd. Lee drags a ragdoll Gargano back towards the ring. Lee picks up Gargano and carries him the rest of the way to ringside. Candice LeRae runs down to the ring and tries to stop Lee, but Mia Yim runs down and chases off Candice LeRae. Gargano uses the distraction to dig the keys from his truck and dig them into Keith Lee's eye. Gargano hit a sling DDT on Lee. And, Keith Lee. He has a slingshot DDT on Keith Lee and covers him for 2. Gargano hits Lee with a 3 DIY style super kicks. But Lee kicks out after 2 after each one. Gargano stands on Lee's hand, but Lee gets to his feet and hits a spirit bomb on Gargano. Lee gets back to his feet and stands over Gargano. Lee picks up Gargano and hits a Big Bang catastrophe. Big Bang catastrophe, pinning Gargano for 3. This was a good North American title match. I liked it. I enjoyed it. Johnny Gargano, bro, I'm sorry. I feel bad for you. Hold on, wait. I gotta do this again. Johnny Gargano, that was bad for you, buddy. That was really bad. I feel bad. That was just real bad. That was messed up. That was beyond embarrassing for Johnny Gargano to lose to Keith Lee. The biggest match of Johnny Gargano's career, and he lost to Keith Lee. Damn, bro. Good God. That was just bad. Alright, so here's what happened with the, we see before the match begun last night between the NXT champion Adam Cole and Velveteen Dream in a Backlot Brawl match for the NXT Championship. Before that match even started, last night we see a repeat of the Adam Cole and Velveteen Dream video package from the pre-show. Then, this is where the match started. This is where we review what happened with the next match between, which was between Adam Cole and Velveteen Dream. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This was a title match for the ages. This was the first ever Backlot Brawl match. Believe it or not. But that North American Championship match was a dream match for the ages. You want to talk about a dream match? Let's talk about Finn Balor vs Damian Priest. That was really a dream match for the ages. Right there. I mean, that was a dream match for the ages as it gets. Right there. For real. So Adam Cole had all his guys there. Outside at the back, in the ring at the Backlot Brawl matchup. They were in attendance during the Backlot Brawl match, and they played the role in Adam Cole's victory over Velveteen Dream. I just spoiled you on who won the match. Adam Cole did retain his title, but I'm going to tell you what happened with this match between Adam Cole and Velveteen Dream. So, Dream gets in the ring and brings a baseball bat into the ring. But Cole says he won't get into the ring until Dream drops the bat. Cole tries to hit Dream with championship, but Dream avoids and catches Cole with three roll-ups, each for two. Cole takes down Dream with a big boot, and then gets in his car to try and drive away. Dream grabs his bat and swings away at Cole's car, smashing windows. Cole leaves his car and tries to take down Dream. A Uber drives up and distracts them as Dream tosses Cole into the Uber. Wonder if that happened to be Dexter Lumis in that Uber. Just saying. Just a question. Anyways, Dream tosses Cole around the big lot. Dream takes down Cole with a shot to the face. Cole continues to run away, checking every door that he comes across to find an escape. Dream lost Cole as Cole seems to have found an open door. Dream finds an open door, starts to walk through it. Adam Cole blows a fire extinguisher into Dream's face. Cole uses the distraction to get the advantage on Dream and strikes away at Dream. Cole brings Dream to ringside and hits a pump kick on Dream. Cole taunts Dream and punches away at him, leaving him sitting against a car. Cole taunts, but Dream uses some of his shirt to choke out Cole momentarily. Dream tosses Cole into the ring post. Dream gets on the apron and hits a double axe handle on Cole to the outside. Dream rolls Cole into the ring and tries to pin him, but Cole escapes and runs around the ring, calling for a timeout. Dream goes for a purple ringmaker on Cole, but Cole catches him with a super kick. Cole goes for a Panama Sunrise from the apron, but Dream catches Cole with a super kick. Dream hits a spinebuster on Cole into a car. Dream finds a ladder and brings it over to Cole, who lays prone on the car. Still, Dream climbs the ladder, but before he can dive, I was getting ready to say drive. Funny. But before he can dive, the rest of Undisputed Era drive up and blow a horn, distracting Dream. Cole climbs the ladder, but Dream pushes him off into the car. Cole crashes into the windshield Fish and Strong beat down Dream, then go and check on Cole. Cole says, you know what to do. I thought Cole was going to say, you never know what to do. But instead he said, you know what to do. Fish and Strong grabbed chairs and tossed them into the ring. But, guess who appeared? Guess who shockingly appeared? Actually, guess who shockingly appeared that I was not shocked about, that I knew was going to appear during the Backlot Brawl match? Guess who you would have never thought appeared? It was none other than Dexter Lumis.
No one is
Dexter
here.
Lumis played the role in this
Only
match.
Me.
And Fish Strong, as well as Fish Strong and
leaving.
Kyle O'Reilly. They played a role in this match. So, Dexter emerges from under the ring and dispatches Strong and Fish using a steel chair. Lumis tosses Strong and Fish into a trunk and dives the car off. Dream is in the ring along with the chairs that Fish and Strong throw in there. Cole picks himself up off the car and claws his way to the ring. Cole goes to the top rope and goes for a Panama Sunrise, but Dream catches him and hits a Dream Valley driver on Cole into the chairs, pinning him for 2. Dream goes to the top rope and Cole sits down in a chair. Dream hits Cole with a purple Rainmaker into the sitting Cole. He hit a purple Rainmaker into a sitting Adam Cole. Adam Cole was sitting on the chair, and he happened to hit his purple Rainmaker, pinning him for 2. Dream gets to his feet and taunts Cole, but Cole hits Dream with a low blow. Cole hits a Panama Sunrise into Dream into the steel chairs, pinning him for 3. So, after Adam Cole's victory, we got a video package for none other. Last night we got a video package for none other than Killer Kross versus Tommaso Ciampa. Ladies and gentlemen. Now give me a minute here. I'm actually going to put these guys up on the screen. Give me a minute. Here we go. So yeah, last night got a video package for Killer Kross versus Tommaso Ciampa. Once we did get that, this was the next match for tonight's NXT In Your House Takeover. Killer Kross with Scarlett vs. Ciampa. I'm going to tell you what happened with that match. So Ciampa and Kross stare at each other across the ring. Ciampa hits Kross with forearm smashes, but Kross is not phased. Kross tosses Ciampa into the corner, then nails him with a kick and a suplex. Ciampa rolls out of the ring and Kross gives chase. Now let me remind you now that Ciampa tosses Kross's face into the steel steps. Ciampa looks for Widow's Bell when Kross gets back in the ring, but Kross blocks Ciampa, takes down Ciampa with a kick to the face. Kross gets back to his feet. Kross picks up Ciampa by his neck and hits him with a powerbomb into the ring apron on the outside. Back in the ring, Kross hits Ciampa with a overheat suplex. Kross picks up Ciampa and hits another suplex, tossing him across the ring. Kross nails Ciampa with knees to the face. In the corner, Kross puts his hands behind his back and taunts Ciampa to hit him. Ciampa went to hit him, but Kross ducks and hits a Northern Lights suplex followed by a lariat. Ciampa chops away at Kross. Kross grabs Ciampa's neck. Ciampa breaks the hold and goes back to his strikes and step up insecurity. Ciampa follows it up with a running knee to the face and a Willow's Belt covering Kross for 2. Ciampa hits Kross with another pair of running knees to the face. Ciampa goes for a fairy tale ending, but Kross escapes and locks in a cross jacket on Ciampa. Ciampa passes out, and the referee rings the bell. Killer Kross won his first NXT singles match. Not only he won his first NXT singles match, he actually won his first NXT Takeover match at NXT Takeover in Your House. Renee Young tells us that she will interview Triple H on Facebook Live immediately after NXT Takeover in Your House. So, ladies and gentlemen, so this brings us to the main event right here. This was the main event of NXT Takeover in Your House. And man, did I love this match. Man, did I enjoy this match. Did I enjoy watching this. Folks, this was a match for the ages, whether you like it or not. This was a match for the ages. I'm telling you, it really was. This was a match for all of the women in the women's division to see. This was a match for all the WWE Performance Center recruit women superstars to see. This was a match for everybody on TV to see. This was the main event. This was your typical main event for everybody to see. For everybody to see and realize that women can do it too. If men can do it, women can do it. This was this kind of threat match. It was that kind of your typical triple threat match. Your typical kind of live pay-per-view triple threat match, main event. It was one of those. Yes, it was. So, ladies and gentlemen, here is what happened with the main event. Before the main event, they showed us a video package last night for the NXT Women's Championship triple threat match. Yes, they did do that. They did. They literally did. So, here's what happened with the match, with the main event triple threat match between the NXT Women's Championship, Charlotte Flair, Rhea Ripley, and Io Shirai. It was NXT Women's Championship, Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley and Io Shirai for the NXT Women's Champion. So, the NXT Women's Champion, Charlotte, exits the ring and lets Rhea Ripley and Io fight it out. Charlotte fights off Ripley and takes down Io. Charlotte hit Ripley with a spine buster and a fall-away slam on Io. Charlotte chops away at Ripley and Io. Ripley and Io strike away at Charlotte, then whip her over the top rope. Ripley gives chase, but Charlotte tosses her into the plexiglass barricade, which for one, that could have caused some head injuries. Hitting the plexiglass could have caused some head injuries, could have got some cuts. Yeah, could have. Io hits a Hurricane Rana. Yeah, she hits Hurricane Rana from the apron on Charlotte. I said Hurricane. Cause you know, speaking of Hurricane, a Hurricane did touch down across, did make landfall, just to let y'all know, a Hurricane did make landfall across Louisiana, speaking of Hurricane. Speaking of the tropical storm. I hope those people were alright. I feel bad for those people. Those people that got hit by a tropical storm, crossed the bill, or whatever it is called. Name didn't sound right to me. Anyways. So Rhea did give chase. Charlotte tosses her into the plexiglass barricade. Io hits a Hurricane Rana from the apron on Charlotte, but Charlotte tosses Io into the ring post, then tosses her into Ripley on the outside. Charlotte stalks both women, then tosses Io back into the ring. Charlotte kicks away at Io's face. Io fights back, but Charlotte takes her back down. Charlotte whips Io into the ring, but Io goes for a dropkick on Charlotte. Charlotte avoids and gets a Boston Crab on Io. Io fights out by kicking away at Charlotte, and Ripley takes her down with a knees to the face and a big boot. Ripley hits a basement dropkick on Charlotte, and Io runs at Ripley and catches her with a kick to the face. Io hits Charlotte with the Tiger Fink kick and a dropkick to Charlotte's head, pinning her for 2. Ripley runs in the ring and tries to roll up Io. Io rolls through and hits Ripley with a back elbow as Charlotte rolls out of the ring. Ripley and Io grabs each other's hairs, and Charlotte runs in and hits both women with a spear at the same time. Wow. At the same time? That's crazy. That was really crazy last night when she hit both of them with spears at the same time. Charlotte covers Io for 2. Then Ripley, but also gets a 2 count. Charlotte drags Rhea, Ripley, and Io Shirai closer to one corner. Charlotte climbs to the top rope looking for her moonsault. Io rolled out of the way, and Ripley got her knees up. Io rolls up, but Ripley rolls up Io. So Io rolls up Ripley, Ripley rolls up Io. Ripley goes for a riptide, but Io rolls, so Ripley rolls up Shirai. Ripley rolls up Io. Ripley goes for a riptide, but Io reverses into a crossbody. I was trying to get it right. I was trying to get it all together. Io locks a crossface in on Charlotte, but Ripley breaks it up with a kick. Charlotte hits Ripley with a big boot for 2. Io rolls out of the ring, and Charlotte goes for a natural selection, but Ripley blocks Io, hits Shirai with a springboard dropkick, and hits double knees on Ripley. Charlotte catches Io and hits her with natural selection, covering her for a very close 2 count. Ripley has rolled out of the ring, and Charlotte and Io are alone. Io goes for a crucifix pin, but Charlotte kicks out at 2. Charlotte goes for a figure 8 on Io, but Ripley grabs Charlotte and drags her out of the ring. Charlotte and Ripley brawl on the outside, and Io hits a plancha on Rhea Ripley. Charlotte runs by and hits Io in the back of the head. Charlotte picks up Io and tosses her through the window on the in-your-house seat. Rhea Ripley tosses a plant at Charlotte and then mounts her with a ground and pound. Ripley gets to her feet, and Charlotte slams her head into the plexiglass barrier. Io climbs to the top of the front door seat as Ripley and Charlotte brawl. Io dives into Ripley and Charlotte from the top of the house seat, and all three women are down on the ground. Io picks up Charlotte and rolls her back into the ring. Io gets to the top rope and goes for a moonsault, but Ripley interrupts her moon attempt. Charlotte went to hit a spear on Ripley, but Ripley dodges and Charlotte runs into a ring post, then rolls out the ring. Ripley climbs to the middle rope and goes for a superplex on Io, but Io slides out and then climbs to the top rope. Io goes for a Hurricane Roller on Rhea. Rhea blocks it and Charlotte hits Io with a kick to the face. Io rolls out of the ring and Charlotte climbs to the middle rope, and Ripley hits Charlotte with a riptide from the top rope, covers her, but Io breaks it up. She breaks up the pin. Io and Ripley trade strikes, and Io goes for a roll-up, but Ripley locks in a Prism Trap submission. Charlotte grabs a candlestick and brings it into the ring, swings it at Ripley and Shirai. Shirai rolls out of the ring and Charlotte hits Ripley with a spear and a figure eight. Io hits Rhea with a moonsault from the top rope. Yeah, she hits Rhea with a moonsault from the top rope onto Charlotte, breaking up the submission and pinning Ripley for the 3-count victory. Io Shirai was covered in streamers and confetti as she celebrates her victory in the ring as the show went off air. Folks, my thoughts on the show. Here is my thoughts on the show before I end this review, this NXT Takeover in Your House review. First of all, I just want to say that I really enjoyed the 6-woman tag team match. 6-woman tag team match was amazing. The Finn Balor versus Damian Priest was almost like a dream match to me. It was almost like a dream match, but it was amazing. The North American Championship match was good. Gargano gave it his all against Keith Lee, but ultimately it was not enough to defeat Keith Lee. So the North American Championship match between Adam Cole and Velveteen Dream in a Backlot Brawl for the NXT Championship, I thought was amazing. It was fantastic. And WWE made the right decision by Adam Cole retaining his title over Velveteen Dream. WWE made the right decision right there to keep Adam Cole as the NXT Championship. This is a sign that Velveteen Dream could possibly be going to the main roster. He could be going to the main roster. Io Shirai will not be going to the main roster right now. She will not be called up to the main roster. But this is a sign that Velveteen Dream will be called up to the main roster. Velveteen Dream just lost his match against Adam Cole. Imagine him being called up to the main roster. That would be good for SmackDown. He would be perfect for SmackDown. To boost SmackDown ratings up, man. Because I tell you, those SmackDown Raw ratings have been dropping like crazy. They've been dropping like flies. I'm telling you. So the NXT Championship match was good. The Karrion Kross match, the Karrion Kross versus Ciampa match was good. This match was all too fucking easy for Karrion Kross. For Karrion Kross, yeah, again, I'm going to say it again. This match for Karrion Kross for his first victory over Tommaso Ciampa was all too easy. This match was all too easy for him. He knew Ciampa's abilities. He knew what Ciampa was going to do to him. He knew. He probably has watched Ciampa's matches. Probably had an idea of what Ciampa's weakness was. And last but not least, the NXT Women's Championship match was amazing. It was phenomenal. So, ladies and gentlemen, last night's NXT Takeover in Your House was absolutely fantastic. It was brilliant show. It blow the roof off the place, man. It was on fire. The show was on fire. The show was amazing. It was fantastic. It was phenomenal. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of your NXT, of your June the 7th, 2020 NXT Takeover in Your House review. Folks, I'm getting the hell out of here. Have a good day. And I will be reviewing Monday Night Raw immediately after it goes off. So, again, tonight, immediately after Monday Night Raw, after I watch Monday Night Raw on YouTube or on TV, I will be reviewing Monday Night. I will be doing my Monday Night Raw review. Folks, I encourage you not to watch Monday Night Raw tonight because the show's going to suck. I'm just going to tell you that right now. The show is probably going to suck again. It has sucked for the last 10 weeks, just like Friday Night SmackDown. I encourage you all not to watch Raw or Friday Night SmackDown this week. The shows are going to suck. But you might want to watch Friday Night SmackDown because Friday Night SmackDown has been decent for 3 weeks now. 3 straight weeks. I'm surprised about Friday Night SmackDown. Holy fuck, man. I'm surprised. I did not see that coming. Sasha Banks and Bayley winning those women's tag team titles. I did not see that coming. Neither did JD. He did not see that coming either. None of the podcasters have never saw this coming. But anyways, folks, I'm getting the hell out of here. Have a good rest of your Monday. Hopefully you don't get too bored like me. Let's hope. Let's hope you don't. But have a good rest of your Monday. Have a good Monday night. Hopefully Monday Night Raw doesn't fucking become garbage again. Which it probably will be garbage tonight. So folks, have a good one. Peace. I'm out. Like I said, I'm getting the hell out of here. Later.